feels one-sided, just make up your mind. Lay it all on the line. So deep in it that I can see the bottom. So deep in it that I can see the...
To make the sweater, I first made the back panel, and this is how it looks. Then after that, I made the front panel, and this is how it looks.
There's no compromising. Make up your mind. We're running out of time. It's so hard to try, but it feels one-sided. Just make...
So this will be the shoulders of our vest. Then after that, we'll be making the neck part for this. We'll be making a neck part for this vest, and this is what you have to do. So remember, this row from this point up to this one, it's moving upwards. So the first thing that you have to do is keeping the 10 stitches from this upper side. So count 10 stitches from this stitch over here up to something like, I think, up to here. Then after that, repeat half double crochet until you reach onto the 10th stitch from this side up to here. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. So remember, we have made the shoulders of this vest. Now we are going to make the neck for this vest. So just count the 10 stitches from this point up to this point, place your stitch mark. Then after that, repeat your single crochet until you reach to where you have placed your stitch mark. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. Right now, you are going to make the rows of decrease so as to make the neck part for this vest, and this is what you'll do. You'll have to chain 2 as usual. So just chain 2 as usual. Then after chaining 2, so let me add the light. So that's too much. So after chaining 2, this is what you do. Insert the hook onto the first stitch over there, then pull through the yarn to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert the hook onto the next stitch, pull through the yarn to have a total of 4 loops on your hook. Then after that, yarn over all the 4 stitches together. So the reason why you are doing that is to join 2 stitches to form 1 stitch. Then after that, repeat normal half double crochet in each and every stitch. You just repeat single crochets until you reach onto this point here. Place the slip stitch, then start another row moving upwards. Then I will meet you when you are on the second row, and I'll be showing you how to make a decrease again. In short, you'll be only making a decrease on the rows on the upper part of this top. Remember, if the rows are ending on the lower part of the top, you will not be making any decrease. So you'll just be making increase only onto the upper part of this vest. I'm almost completing this row, and you start making a decrease when you are remaining with 2 stitches over here. And as you can see, I'm remaining with 4 stitches. So I'm just going to place half double crochet onto the next 2 stitches. Right now, I'm remaining with 2 stitches, and you are going to make a decrease onto them. And to make a decrease, this is what you have to do. Insert the hook, pull through the yarn to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over to have 3 loops on your hook. Then insert the hook onto the last stitch over there, pull through the yarn to have a total of 4 loops. Then after that, yarn over all the 4 loops at the same time. That's how you are going to make a decrease. Remember, we were ending the previous row. Now we are going to start a new row. And also remember, when you're starting a row onto the upper part of this top, you are going to make a decrease. So chain 2, turn your work around, then you are going to make a decrease onto the next 2 stitches. And don't mind my hands, they are not like this. It's just like I've reduced the lighting of this camera. So we are going to make a decrease onto the next 2 stitches, and this is what you have to do. You are just going to insert the hook onto the first stitch over here, and remember, we are working onto the back loops. So insert the hook onto the first stitch over there, then pull through the yarn to have a total of 2 loops on your hook. Then after that, yarn over, insert the hook onto the next stitch, pull through the yarn to have a total of 4 loops. So after that, yarn over all the 4 loops at the same time. So repeat making normal half double crochets until you complete this row. Hope that it's clear. You continue reducing until you have a total of, you continue making the decreases until you have a total of 40 rows. Then a total of not 40 but a total of 20 rows. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. So just repeat the process. Remember, you are only decreasing onto the upper part of the top, and the lower part of the top should always remain constant. So repeat that until you have a total of 10 rows. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. Completed making 20 rows of I've completed making my 20 rows of decrease. So right now we'll be making other 20 rows, but they will be rows of increase, and I'll be guiding you on how to make the rows. So in simple, this is what you'll be doing. You'll make 20 rows of decrease. Then after that, after that you'll be making other 20 rows of increase. That's how we make a neck part. So let me show you how to increase the pattern. To increase the pattern, onto the last stitch you'll be placing 2 half double crochet. So this is my last stitch over here, and I'm just going to place 2 half double crochet on it. That's how we'll be increasing. Then after that, chain 2, turn your work around, then place onto the first stitch over here. We are also going to increase. You are going to make 2 half double crochet onto that first stitch over there. So after that, repeat placing 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch. And remember, we'll not be increasing onto the lower part of this sweater. We'll just be increasing on the upper part of the sweater. So just repeat that. Then I'll be showing you what to do. I'll be there to show you when you reach onto the that row of increase. And remember, that row of increase will be moving upwards. So I'll be showing you when I reach onto this point to remind you on how to increase again that row of increase, and I'll be showing you again how to increase the stitches. So we'll just be increasing onto the last stitch. We'll only be increasing onto the last stitch of a row and onto the first stitch. This is my last stitch, and to increase you have to place 2 half double crochets onto the last stitch. Then after that, chain 2, turn your work around. Also remember, while starting a new row onto the upper part of this top, we'll be making an increase. So we'll be placing 2 half double crochet onto the first stitch over here so as to make an increase. After that, repeat placing 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch. And onto these stitches, make slip stitch. So repeat that to have a total of 20 rows. Remember, the rows that you have, the rows of decrease should be equal with the rows of increase. So if you have made 20 rows of decrease, you'll also make 20 rows of increase. So repeat that until you complete the rows that you have made. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. I've completed my 20 rows of increase. So what you are going to do right now, it's making the shoulder part. And remember, this shoulder part of this sweater should also be the same onto the other side. This side should be the same with the other side. Remember, here we decreased by 10 stitches, and what you are going to do right here, it's increasing by 10 stitches. Let me finish this row. Then after completing this row, we are going to chain 10. Then after chaining 10, chain 1 more. Then onto the first stitch over here, place a half double crochet on it. Continue placing 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch until you complete the stitches that you have chained. I've completed placing I've completed making 10 half double crochet onto these 10 chains that I've made. So after that, we'll be repeating. After that, we'll be repeating 1 half double crochet in each and every stitch for the next 20 rows. So let me show you what you are going to do over here. So remember, this side we made 20 rows. We made 20 rows of making this shoulder part. Then after that, we made 20 rows of decrease. Then after that, we made 20 rows of increase. Now we are going to do the same. What you did onto this side, it's what you are going to do on the other side of the shoulder. So just repeat making 20 rows, 20 constant rows like we did onto the other side. So that is what you'll be doing until you complete 20 rows. Then after completing 20 rows, you'll be making these 8 rows over here, and these 8 rows are rows of armhole. So continue doing that. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. To make the sweater, I first made the back panel, and this is how it looks. Then after that, I made the front panel, and this is how it looks. Then after that, I'll be joining the both panels together. Right now, I'll be showing you how to rib the neck. I've already ribbed the sleeves for this vest. So I'll be guiding you on how to rib the neck part. Then that is what you repeat while ribbing the sleeves for this sweater. So the first thing that you have to do is repeating a row of single crochet. So I've already made a row of single crochet, so make sure that you make a row of single crochet all around this neck area. Then after that, this is what you are going to do. So after completing making a row of single crochet, you are going to chain 10. So chain 10, then after that I'll be showing you what to do next. I used darning needle to join the panel, and this is how the vest looks. So right now we are going to rib the neck and the sleeve for this vest. I've already chained 10 stitches, so after chaining 10 stitches, chain one more stitch. Then after that, you are going to make slip stitch. You are going to use slip stitch while ribbing this sweater. So place the slip stitch onto the second stitch, and for slip stitch, you just insert the hook, pull through the yarn, then do like I've done. So insert the hook onto the next stitch, pull through the yarn, then yarn over. Insert the hook, pull through the yarn, then after that yarn over. So continue repeating this until complete for the entire 10 stitches. Then I'll be there to show you how to join this, which you are making right now, in the part of the sweater. Have just completed placing the slip stitch onto the 10 stitches that you chained. So what you're going to do next, we'll be slip stitching onto the next 2 stitches. So this is we'll be slip stitching onto the next 2 single crochet stitch. So you are going to slip stitch onto this stitch over here, then slip stitch onto the next stitch. Then after that, turn your work around. Skip the 2 slip stitch that you have made over here. Then onto the next stitches, place the slip stitch and make sure that the slip stitch are a bit loose so that they can't give you some headache when you are going through them. Like you can see, mine are giving me a headache. So just repeat placing the slip stitch until you reach onto this stitch over here. Then after that, I'll be here to show you what to do next. I've completed my second row of slip stitch. So after that, you are going to chain 1. So after chaining 1, place a slip stitch onto the next stitch over here. And make sure that the slip stitch are a bit loose. Then you can also count the slip stitch that you have made to make sure that they are 10 before joining this piece in the neck part for this sweater. So make sure that you count to make sure that they are 10, because if you doesn't count, they will give you a funny rib, a funny neck. I don't know how to explain that, but it will be a bit disorganized. So I've completed making slip stitch onto that row. So what you're going to do next is slip stitch onto the next 2 single crochets that you made. Then after that, turn your work around, skip the 2 slip stitch that you have slip stitched. Then onto the third slip stitch, make another slip stitch. So repeat that until you reach onto this point, and I'll be here to show you what to do next. Remember, when you reach onto this point, you have to chain 1. Chain 1, then make slip stitch. And make sure that they are a bit loose. So after that is what you'll be repeating until you complete the entire neck. Then after that, I'll be there to show you what to do next. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that I can feel motivated to keep on posting tutorials on my YouTube channel. I've completed ribbing the neck. So the last thing that you're going to do over here is joining the edges together using the darning needle. So I'm just going to do that offline. Then after that, I'll be showing you how my sweater looks. Then another thing that I never told you, while ribbing the arms for this vest, you are going to chain 7, and also onto this other side you are going to chain 7. So the ribbing of this is made up of 7 stitches, and remember the ribbing of the neck, it's made up of 10 stitches. So I'm just going to join this one over here. Then after that, I'll be here to show you what to do next.